where we begin. Last session kind of picked up with a cliffhanger from our first session where the Ring of Winter was stolen from Reggie by Githyanki, female Githyanki. So the very beginning of our last episode was Reggie chasing out into the alleyway this individual and seeing a trace of her. The party attempted to recover the ring. Reggie rallied the troops here, and Azad, you cast a locate creature spell, and you got kind of, she was moving very quickly, almost like matter. She was passing right through buildings, not being obstructed at all. And you pinged her last location in an area of the Hive where you are, which is kind of the slums district of Sigil, in an area known as the Slags. You headed that way, and you took notice that there was a big group of people in an alleyway. Something was going on. You figured out that there was some kind of an auction happening at this kind of nondescript warehouse. You had a number of failed attempts to get in. Eventually, Reggie used your sword as like leverage. Like, I'm going to sell this sword. And you got in, and you saw Asarak was there bidding, apparently, on some crown item that was being auctioned off. And you, maybe you were feeling the emotion of, because just to put it back into perspective, at that point, it hadn't been it had only been hours, really, since the battle with Asarak. So that, I mean, to see him so quickly after that confrontation, I think...
I'm still bleeding.
Yeah, you were still bleeding. And I think you had maybe violent intent. And you bid, even though you didn't have any money, you bid a crazy amount on some item. It didn't matter what the item was. It was a ring, it turned out.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
With some intervention from our audience, it turned out to be a ring.
Thanks, Eric.
And you went into this back room where Asarak was kind of like, it was kind of like the area where a clerk kind of finalizes the deals that are happening in the auction house. And so you went back there and you had a confrontation with him. Mm-hmm. You traded some words. He kind of warned you. You were about to stab him, and he's like, come on.
Yeah.
Seriously? And maybe talked you out of... He didn't want to be bothered with having to deal with Sigils himself. There's the harmonium and things like that. And he left you with kind of a warning. He said he was surprised that you're still lingering about, that you needed to get home as soon as you could if you were to ever see it again, and that there was a time window on that. He didn't really elaborate, but ominous words from the Lich. He knows something. Something big is on the horizon. Anyway, when it came time for you to be up by the clerk, you didn't have the money. You grabbed the ring and you charged out. There was a chaotic scene. Everybody kind of fled the auction house area, and it was Klaus was tracking Asarak because Klaus was outside at the time and saw Asarak go down an alleyway, and he pulled out an object that seemed to interact with this portal. And the portal opened up, he stepped through, and then I think you did have a chance, maybe if you wanted to go after him, you could. But maybe Azad, did you have a skill check on that?
I didn't know. I think I failed this check to know where it would go.
Okay.
So I think we decided to not follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sounds right.
So yeah, he disappeared. You don't know where he went. And at this point, it was... You thought of something?
I feel like you might have been foreshadowing something we could do there. I think we need... You're the portal expert. Don't we need these keys or something to go into certain portals?
We do need keys.
So if we had the key and we know that he used the portal in that alley,
We could, if we
We
found
could
the
go.
key to that portal, we could go and follow him to the dangerous abyss of wherever he went.
Maybe he's going to our home, though. I don't know.
I think Reggie, you had looked through the. One of you had looked through the portal. I think you saw some kind of like a almost skeletal structure. Like,
Yes.
It would not have looked
Oh.
like your home. You would
Yes.
you would know that.
Okay.
But based on this inquiry that's coming up in the narrative here as we get started, I'm going to allow Azad to make an intelligence skill check.
Well,
It could be Arcana if you have that.
I have not that. But I'm not the stupidest. Although that's still just a 9.
Okay.
Darn.
Nothing gleaned from that check. So, anyways, at this point, when Azrak was out of view, it was very early in the morning, and everyone was feeling tired, and I think concluded that the chase for the ring was at a dead end for the evening, and even if you'd found it, could you deal with who had it? So you returned back to the Bottle and Jug, where Barl Huxon, the orc barkeep proprietor of the place, he was still awake. He was kind of flipping up stools and things like that, and he'd already seen you guys like running in back and forth when you were talking to the vine thing out back, and maybe it was kind of like, what's going on with these guys? And he asked you what was going on, and you told him something about, you lost the ring, and you described the Githyanki, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've heard of them. They are a gang known as the Red Seals, and for a price, maybe I'll give you a lead." And you paid him, I think, out of Azad's pocket.
Yeah.
And he told you that they have a associate, not a member of their gang, but somebody that works as a middleman for them, setting up deals with would-be buyers of things that they steal, and that his name was Hulister, and he could be found at he's known to frequent a tavern called the Ubiquitous Wayfarer. So,
Good notes, Aza.
where we begin our story this evening, you've woken up, you've taken a rest, not a full rest because of how late it was when you went to bed, and you don't have the luxury of sleeping in because you had a deadline that you guys wanted to meet. When you first entered Sigil, you had an encounter with a body collector and her large robotic construct, and she had the ring, and you wrestled around with her. Reggie, you were trying to get it back from her.
Yep.
The ring fired off,
Yeah.
created a big scene, and so you were on the radar of the law in Sigil, basically, and the Harmonium had tracked you down to the Bottle and Jug, and you had kind of talked your way out of it a little bit. They said, "Okay, come to the ladies' ward in the morning and register that, or explain yourselves, and maybe we can resolve this." So that's kind of where you are at the beginning of the session. You all wake up, and you're in like the common area of the bar, and you see Barl Huxon kind of calls you all over, and he says, "Oh, I know you've got an appointment to make this morning, but before you head out, our patron," and he's kind of motioning to the room where Uteo is staying, and he says, "Your patron would like to have a word with you before you head out."
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go see what this guy is.
Walk back there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you make your way back. There's a door to a private room where Upteo is staying, and the entire room is kind of festooned with things that would remind one of Chult. Different colorful tapestries, and Upteo's whole thing is that he's his symbol is kind of like this circular, like maze kind of things. So a lot of the pattern work and the designs reflect that. And he is, again, this large tortoise-looking thing And he's got kind of like plant growth that comes off of his shell. And he's got the head of a triceratops. And he sees you coming into the room. He says, "Oh, yeah, close the door, close the door. Don't need anyone seeing me back here." So, I heard from Barl, you lost the ring.
Yeah. Githyanki just came out of nowhere, grabbed it, and then like went through a wall. Couldn't find her again. It was a whole mess. We've been looking for it almost nonstop.
This is going to complicate everything.
Well, can you help us get it back?
Oh, not really. I gotta stay here, you know.
Well, do you have more? So Dino obviously is maybe acolyte is a strong word, but a friend of yours. Do you have more friends that could help point us in the right direction?
Well, not here in the city, but what I wanted to call you in for is that maybe returning to Chult will have to take second priority to this. That ring, it comes from Chult. I'm aware of it.
Uh-huh.
It is of great evil.
Oh, we know. Yeah.
That's right. There was I saw it.
Yeah.
He points at the big stone, his television
Oh,
screen.
yeah.
He's like, yeah. I understand. You know it's evil all too well.
I'm aware of how strong and powerful it is and how much it can do in the right hands.
Yes. Yeah, indeed. It can be controlled in the right hands. Mm-hmm. And then he kind of gives you like a long, almost like look, like he's trying to figure out if you're the person or not. Okay, yeah, you got something there.
It's on their own, you know.
Sure. I mean, it resizes no matter who wears it, but yeah, it'll fit your finger.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that's a good litmus test of.
One ring.
But what I wanted to say is, Dino,
Yes.
you
Yes,
must help them find the ring.
I will
And
do everything I can.
Azad, I know this is not why we hired you. I am prepared to pay you if you will go with them and help them retrieve this ring. I think they will need your help as well.
Yeah, I lost all my gold when he went to the auction house. So
Didn't you lose the money I was going to pay him
he
too?
Yeah, we needed it.
And that money? Like,
and
how many bags of... Okay, Dino. Accountability!
We were trying to get that ring back.
Oh, I understand.
That
I'm
was
just saying I'm seeing a pattern here, okay?
I'm sorry, I didn't know he was going to spend it on a fake ring.
A fake ring?
It's not fake. It's real.
It's a real ring.
It's not the ring we wanted.
Correct.
Still does cool things though, yeah.
Things happened. Yeah, things happened.
Okay, well, Azad, would you go with them? I'm prepared to give you 500 gold.
Alright, I'll go with them.
And he kind of goes over to a chest that he has there, and he digs around and he hands you a bag of assorted coins. And if you take the time to look at them, all of the mintage is like different.
Okay.
These are like coins from all sorts of different worlds, which makes sense. You can sigil. Gold is gold here, no matter where it originated.
What's the slang term for money?
Jink.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a question about the ring, since you seem to know
Sure.
a lot, maybe, hopefully. You said this ring was made in Chult. Does it have the power to destroy Chult?
It is the power to destroy the entire world.
The
I don't
entire
know.
world.
Well, there are many people in your world that would have sought it out. Not chief among them, the frost giants. It has the power to descend the entire world into an ice age, and of course they would love to see that. However, word of caution about the ring, that is what it could do on your world. It is unknown to me where it is going and in whose hands it is in, so their designs with it, just as your magic may be dampened or amplified depending on what plane you are in, so is it with this ring.
Just for illustrational purposes, I mean, I can only think of one really bad guy ever, and what if Asarak had a ring, kind of maybe the Ring of Winter, what would happen, maybe possibly.
It's it is possible. After all, he was aware of it, and he does have reason to do you harm. He could see it as some kind of poetic justice, you foiling his plan, him stealing something that you had to do harm.
Well, we didn't even see Asarak, so maybe just trying to play off I don't want you to know.
Oh,
that
okay.
Asarak might have the ring.
He seems to, it doesn't seem to you that he really has super intimate knowledge of Asarak beyond what you have.
Mm-hmm.
After all, Asarak, from what you understand, is not from your world. He's from somewhere else. He was more of an invader than something that originated in your world. So, Upteo is really a very specific power, very specific god from your world. So he doesn't really seem to have a definitive answer to your speculation.
Okay.
Do you know where we can find this Wayfarer place?
Oh, sure. In the lower ward is where that is located. But I understand from Barl you're to head out to the ladies' ward first.
Yeah. Any tips on how to get past security and just have this kind of... You seem to lay low pretty well.
Yes. I would resolve it quietly. If you can, just be cooperative with them. I think the governors, they are those that revere and respect the law. So if you try to deceive them, they might be better than others at sniffing that out. And it would seem to me that losing this ring may mean that you are going to have a prolonged stay here in Sigil, or at least a need to come back here. So it would be in your best interest to resolve your matters with the law without conflict.
That's fair.
We
And-
don't have the ring anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be...
Maybe they have it. Maybe it's in the Lost and Found.
Yeah.
That would be fortuitous indeed.
So you're saying we shouldn't try and pass this ring off as the ring that they want to check in?
He looks at your ring, and he observes how unlike the Ring of Winter it appears. And he says, I would suspect if your judge has any skill at all, it would likely require you to provide evidence of that ring's power. So unless you think that you can convince them without any hesitation that that ring is the same ring, I'm not sure that is wise.
Did we put snow on Earth Elemental and be like, yes, he's snowman?
Maybe they already know that the ring resizes to different fingers. Then really screwed.
Well, I think all magical rings do that. See, look. I have one.
SARS magical?
It is.
Well, it's not completely counterfeit.
Yeah, the one we found at the end of the last session, or that he ran off with at the end of the last session, is a decently powerful magic ring. It's not anything near.
Not what that
Winter.
belt could have
Didn't
been.
you studied it before you went to bed, right?
Yeah, I thought you.
Didn't you identify that it was
I
a
honestly don't remember.
ring of
It's a
Earth
ring of-
Elemental Command?
Elemental.
Oh
command.
yes,
5
that's
charges,
right.
1d4 plus 1 daily.
That's right. I do have it here.
Dominate monster on Earth elementals.
Yeah, Ring of Earth Elemental Command. There it is.
So we take an Earth elemental, we put painted white. We say, Ring of Winter control snowman. Yeah,
But they never knew the name of it. They just saw it.
right.
Yeah, you really don't know how much they know.
Yeah.
This is what they told you. When the Harmonium were knocking on the door, all they said is they are aware of a Schedule 1 unregistered magical artifact in the room.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, alright. So what happened again when you wrestled from the lady? It went boom and snow or what?
It's unclear how they
There,
sense these things.
Was it the ice spider thing?
there was it was almost like a snow globe.
Okay.
It was very cold and like an explosion of
It was like an
Frost,
amplified
right?
cone of cold spell.
yeah.
I think somebody even took damage. You might have taken damage from it when it
Someone
blew
did,
up.
yeah.
So, even still, they wouldn't know that the ring is only winter stuff. Yeah.
Right. Do we know, Upteo, do you know if this is a Schedule 1 ring?
He scratches his Triceratops and he's like, I don't even know what that means.
Oh, no.
Sounds like governor jargon.
Yeah, it sure
It has
does.
to be either the lowest or the highest item, right?
These books at the Fraternity of Order, they put together all of this
Highest.
mumbo jumbo
Talking
into these
about
big
how powerful
binders.
the other one was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wing it? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we gotta, yeah.
We're pretty-
We don't
we're
want to
pretty
be late. That would set us off on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
Smooth criminals.
So
Yeah.
the party leaves the bottle and jug to head off to the ladies' ward.
Yes.
I think, kind of just to pause for a second, there was something I didn't mention. We're doing something with our characters at the end of each episode where we have you guys come up with a couple of things that you think would be interesting milestones for your characters. What I've done is I've selected the ones that I think are interesting, and what I've done is I've added a question to each of them, and at the point where we can definitively at the end of the session answer those questions, we're going to count those as checkpoints towards level advancement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go through these. Klaus, thinking about following Torm, how will he learn how to do this? And he also has protect Reggie from himself. What does that look like? Dino wants to perform successfully in front of a crowd. What purpose will he find to do so that will further the goals of the party? And to see the world outside of Sigil, how will this influence the way he influences others through his performances? Azad, find a personal investment in the group. Who does Azad care about and why? Earn the complete trust of Reggie and Klaus. What will Azad do to earn their trust? And Reggie, find a relationship that revolves around Torm. Who will this person be? Rally the troops to get the ring back. What will he do when he finds it? So those are the milestones. We'll do the same thing at the end of this session, and we'll add a third. And we'll keep it at 3 then going forward. And we'll add milestones as you take them off your list. So, You navigate your way through the streets of Sigil, preparing to head to the city court. It's bustling. As you're making your way through, you even kind of see at times the vines of that thing that you spoke to. And
Oh.
You see once in a while, it seems like, kind of the Aubrey 2 head kind of pokes up, and it seems to be kind of eyeing you or watching you. You eventually come to an intersection that is packed with half a dozen taverns and inns. It's festooned with grand fountains and statuary. The atmosphere here is polar opposite of the hive. The streets are clearly constructed in a very orderly manner with very distinct angles. The buildings are perfectly spaced apart from one another. And the sounds of the city seem almost unnaturally corralled into a hush on the wind rather than the raucous screaming and yelling and crying that you have heard elsewhere. Ahead, you can see a pearlescent stone stair that is flanked by tall columns that leads to a public courthouse. This seems to be your destination. As you arrive here, there is a tiefling with kind of sleek black hair that's kind of slicked back. And he wears very fine silks, and he's familiar to you. This is Sly Nye, who you met out in the alley of the auction hall. And he recognizes you, and he's like comes running over, and he's kind of out of breath, and he's like, good to see you guys again. I heard, I'm always keeping my ear to the pavement, that you got an appointment up in here, huh?
Yes, and we're running a little late.
Well, this is, like I told you, I'm an advocate of the clueless. You four? Well, maybe not you. And he looks at you. Again, I'm not sure where you're from. Are you from here, guy?
You haven't seen me around?
I have, but I don't know. Did you?
Lived here all my life?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you two are clueless. You guys, maybe honorary so. But I can help. I can help you guys. I'm up in here all the time helping people like you. You don't know the system. You need a guy on your side who knows the ins and outs of how this all works.
Well, I don't know about you, but I have somebody in mind already for that job if we can find him. I was thinking maybe
You've already got an advocate?
For what?
You got an advocate?
Well, I think somebody that might be able to help us, maybe a little more than you.
I don't know.
I mean, not saying that you couldn't help us. This person has wings. You don't have wings.
I got a tail.
I know.
Pointy tail.
How about
got
you come,
horns?
How about after we go in there for our meeting, you wait out here, and we'll bring you with us and we'll see if we can find this other guy I'm thinking about, and we'll have
This
a little,
is crazy talk. This is
interview.
crazy talk. I've had personal interactions with all three of the judges that are on duty today.
Good personal interactions, or
Yeah,
We
I've
cannot
got a good
afford
track
to
record.
hire you, though.
What?
We cannot afford to hire you.
Well, I haven't told you how much.
Well,
How do you
I'm
know?
gonna pull Reggie aside, like you wouldn't be able to hear this, but I was thinking we go back to where we stayed, and there's that bar area where that angel gave you that book, and I was hoping we could run into that person again and ask some questions, and possibly.
perhaps I can raise some money to hire you. I will go back to the square and perform.
well, okay.
There.
Well, we are running late for our party.
Do you need me in there?
No, we do not need you. Although I feel like dinosaur suit always is helpful to loosen the mood.
Okay.
That's true.
How do you wash that thing? Never mind. We've been.
I have spares.
All right. I can tell you guys aren't sold on it. I'll give you a free tip. These three judges. They all have particular quirks. Eretic, Melbar the Mad, Word is that he's a Githzerai that actually survived one of the ladies' mazes, and in doing so earned his freedom, absolved of his crimes. Look where he is today. He sits on the court. It's a real Cinderella story. But the problem is, his time in those mazes drove him stark mad. They say that his rulings are completely unpredictable. So, you're rolling the dice if you get him.
I like him.
Well,
Sounds good.
if you like, for a fee,
Oh,
yeah. So I don't need to represent you. I know the system. I could make sure that for a small fee, he's the guy you get.
Oh, well, it would be a roll of the dice, so I mean, maybe he would be the good one.
No? Up to you. The second of these individuals is Augustus Treacle. He's like you, although he's older, kind of nearsighted. Maybe you in like 100 years.
Okay.
And he is slow as all hell. If you get him, who knows when your verdict may be rendered.
Is his name Reggie? My
No.
name's Reggie.
His name's Augustus.
What's your name? I never met you.
I'm Sly Nye. Nice to meet you.
Sly.
He shakes,
Sly
sticks his hand out. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Sly.
Good to meet you. They call him the Snail, and that's why he has earned that name for the long delays. He's very thorough. And the third of these individuals is Yviron the Cloven. He's a devil. He's a Beitzu. And he's assisted by an Aranese clerk named Katrina. He's very thorough with his questioning. But he has a reputation for corruption, accepting a bribe, perhaps.
So, you've given us this information. Greatly appreciate that. You got to give us a little bit more of a sales pitch if you see that there's a benefit to being our advocate. I don't understand what more you could do in that room other than us.
I've dealt with all of these people.
I think
Yeah,
he's
that's
been
fine.
prosecuted by all of them already.
Whoa.
Come on.
You just seem to really know them. I mean, no offense, sir. You really know your stuff. But, I mean, maybe you know these guys
You
a little
think-
too well.
You think you're the first clueless that come in here not knowing the law?
Hey,
I've
you-
represented a lot of you.
You come to Cholt, and we'll see how clueless you are with all the rampant magic and dinosaurs and
Dinosaurs?
Bugs.
Like him?
bugs, yes.
Kind of like him.
No,
That sounds
he's got a
awful. I'm not
costume
going
on.
there. I'm not going there, guy. I'm happy right here.
Okay.
I make a good
Tail
living.
made him.
So you
Is that your wife?
do sort of
Oh.
like lawyers, huh?
I'm a lawyer.
Ish, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, we don't call it that. I'm a
Ad-
tout.
advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how much is fee for you?
Well, I'll tell you what. 500 gold, I represent you. For 250, I can go in there and make sure, you want to represent yourselves, that's fine. But I'll make it so that you get the guy you want. Who else? Who of these three you think you want to deal with?
I do not think we should afford to
I
pay.
think it's a scam. Like, he gets our gold and knows we're going to go to prison if he goes in there with us. And then he doesn't have to worry about us killing him to get our gold back.
This place, there's harmonium like left and right. I'm not afraid of that.
Sly, what guarantee do we have that you're a good advocate? What's your record?
Do you have time?
What's your
I
portfolio?
mean, I can't pull up personal testimonies out of my hat.
You don't carry elevator pitch.
LinkedIn?
You have poster board.
Infographic?
You guys are throwing a lot at me here. Look, who's on your side? Who do you got on your side? I saw you guys last night. You're out of your element. I came here out of the goodness of my heart to offer my services.
You came here last night? He was with you guys last night?
He let us get. He helped us into the thing. After
There you
we
go.
in.
I got a good track record with you. I did some magic.
How much did that cost?
50 gold. I was in a good mood last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
So why not 50 gold now?
Because moods change.
What if we take it out to lunch afterwards?
Oh, there
as
you go.
payment?
Yeah.
Nice lunch.
Nice lunch. We'll be buddies. Maybe we'll do some betting or something.
Come on.
We'll take you to Cholt, see the dinosaurs.
What if
I don't want to go there.
You have any family stuck anywhere else? I can help get them here. Yeah, that's what I do. I walk
There you go.
planes.
How else could we help you?
Can we barter?
Yeah.
You
What
wanna
else
barter?
could we do?
We
you
have
know, if
few jinx, very few jinx.
Maybe you have a family member who's in deep need of a sense of purpose and meaning in life, and I can sit down with them, 2 or 3 hours a day for, 6 or 7 weeks.
Do I strike you as the kind of family guy?
I think everybody's got family.
Nah. No need.
What if
With
Dino
Torm,
shows you
we're
his
all
dance?
A Torm?
The dinosaur dance.
Or what if Dino does very good performance for you?
Ooh. What kind of performance?
Could put on a concert.
I am a storyteller, or I play musical instruments.
Okay.
I can juggle too.
Ooh.
Can
Ooh.
you do all three
Oh, all three?
at the same
Oh,
time?
I
Yeah.
can't play my musical instrument and juggle
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay. I got an idea. I like to be entertained. I'll do it for free. If you go into Yviron the Cloven's office afterwards and punch him in the face.
Is that one of the judges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hate that guy.
Oh
Just
no.
him has to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go to jail.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
I'll get you out of it.
I'll go.
No legal trouble.
No legal trouble?
No legal
That's
trouble.
a guarantee.
Guarantee it.
I don't like this guarantee.
You could pretend you're a nice little lap lizard thing, and then he'd be like, "Oh, so cute," and then you'd be like, "Pow!" and then run.
How will you determine whether or not he'll do it? Like, are you going to be in the room with him?
Yeah. I want to be in the hall when he goes in and does it. I just want to catch a glimpse. I want to see his face.
Dino?
You gotta wear the
up
dino
for
suit
it?
while you do it.
I always wear the dino suit.
Oh.
I'd be naked otherwise.
No, thank you. Are you up for it, Dino?
It sounds dangerous.
Do you have a counter offer?
No.
Well. What if we mage hand punch him in the face?
I have an invisible mage hand.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, me? Good luck, guys. 12 plus 13.
He says, I really feel like it's funnier if the dino guy does it.
He does
I
have
cannot-
a point.
Yeah, I cannot argue that.
Man, I can tell you guys want to see that too. Him going in there punching a demon in the head. Or devil.
That sounds alright.
Yeah, let's just do this.
Oh. Alright.
It's
Yeah,
a
all right.
performance
You got a deal.
for a purpose.
Alright.
Look at that. See? Isn't this great? Doesn't it feel like you have a family now?
We're gonna bond over.
We'll see
this.
how I feel later.
Alright.
So, which do you want? Do you want him to... Is this for him to arrange which judge you get? Or for him to personally go in and represent you?
Advocate. Right?
Yeah, he'll be our
he's gonna be with us.
with us.
Okay. So, you head in, and big open hall, lots of people. You're passing by like harmonium guards, kind of escorting people that have presumably infringed on the law in some way. People that are kind of shouting their innocence, that they didn't do anything wrong. You pass by a couple of other devil advocates who are like, discussing like the different case law and things like that. And there's kind of like a welcome desk there, a stone welcome desk, and you see that there's like a gnome there, a bespectacled gnome, and she's got kind of her graying hair up in a bun, and she sees you kind of like looking around. She recognizes Sly Nye, and she calls him over. He kind of just takes the lead here, and he says, "All right, we got the ring case here. And she's like, oh yeah. And she ruffles through some files and she pulls one out and she says, okay, and gives him like the room where your case is going to be heard. So Sly and he knows this place. He takes you right there. You go up number of flights of stairs up to the fourth floor, and you enter a small chamber that is partitioned off with kind of the judge's dais, I guess. You can tell that there's a big... Well, wait, I gotta roll to see who do you got.
No.
1d3. You see a nearsighted, old, frail-looking man who's kind of paging through a book or some files very meticulously, and he's squinting to try to read it. And there's two harmonium guards that kind of like escort you to a table that rests kind of like noticeably lower than the judge's panel, so that this old guy is just kind of like looking down at you four, and you're there with Sly and he says, oh, okay. Well, just give me a second. Where did I put my pen? And this takes probably 15 minutes. He's just really slowly getting his shit together. And then finally he's like, okay. It's always the same story with you non-planers coming into our city with things that don't belong here. Rings, swords, shields. He just lists off like objects for another 5 minutes. And you can see Sly Knight is like, he's not saying anything. He's just like, and as soon as there's a pause in the judge's droning, he says, yes, Judge, my clients here fully understand what they have done was negligent. What is it with the clueless today? They don't research where they're traveling. They're free spirits. They're from a place called Chult. They came from Chult, so far away, And my clients were under a lot of pressure, from what I understand. And the lengthy time that I researched their case, something about the end of the world where they're from, they didn't have a choice. And
we were in duress.
Yeah, and he's making the case that you didn't have, you're refugees is basically like the case that he's laying out. And the judge says, okay. I'm sure that we have special circumstances for people that come here under the threat of their lives and those of others. Your clients, you say they're trying to save the world. Is that your position, counselor? And he says, yes. Okay. And then the judge takes another 10 minutes to basically wind around he wants to hear from you four personally about your experience. And he says, where did this artifact come from?
Well, hi. I'm Reggie. We are the two of us here. Klaus, my buddy Klaus, and myself are from Chult. We were trying to save our world because there was this evil that was trying to bring about this thing called the Soulmonger, and it was...
Let me just stop you there.
Oh, okay.
You say evil.
Yeah.
under what law are you referencing that you assessed that this thing in question was evil?
Sly?
And you could tell Sly has not had time nearly enough to really know the details of, he's not bringing up Asarak's name or anything.
Yeah,
He's talking very general terms.
Yeah.
And he says, he points to the ladies' law, and he starts to make a metaphor or an analysis that, imagine that this place Chult was Sigil, and you had this situation happening. Evil guy trying to, what was it again? Something about baby, right?
Yeah, he was bringing about a baby that was going to eat souls, eat people, eat souls.
Imagine a large infant, if you would. One that... he goes through and he makes, kind of an very careless analogy. He probably shouldn't mention baby, because that doesn't help make it sound more evil. But he lays it out, and the judge says, okay, do proceed.
So we're going to stop this thing, and then our friends lost their lives. All of a sudden, Asarak, the guy that's bringing this evil baby, spits out this portal, and all of a sudden we end up here, and we're trying to assess what happened just after losing our friends, and now we're in a totally different world, and we're just trying to get our bearings, and then someone's trying to steal from us. And we didn't know where we were or what the laws were. And of course, if we knew what they were, we would have followed them.
Well, of course.
But we just didn't have our bearings there. And then we are so sorry that any of this transpired. We don't wish anybody any ill will or any harm whatsoever. We just want to, abide by the laws.
Wow. There's a lot there. Many more questions do I have now.
Okay.
And then Sly just says, let's cut to the chase. We're here not about their story, Your Honor, but about the ring. The ring in question. The ring that, by no choice of my clients here, was activated. If you would... And then he... basically, I'm going to introduce evidence. And then one of those Dabos, or Dabus, the kind of floaty creature that was, sketching you guys out, enters the room and, kind of it's a robed thing with kind of bluish skin and kind of a almost cottony, hair that kind of wisps about. It floats into the room, and it starts, casting a spell that recreates the image of you wrestling with the woman, and... the spell discharging. He says, you can see here that it was my client that was trying to protect this thing from happening. This woman, she did not know its powers. And in that confrontation, accidentally fired it off. And the judge, I see. Let us see this ring in question.
Azad?
Well, Your Honor, is that what we call the judges?
Yeah.
You can indeed refer to me as Your Honor, Governor.
Your Honor. Thank you much for the opportunity to speak here. So there was other...
Oh, wait, hold on. Didn't you say you wanted to talk to... You wanted to, go around and question everybody? Before we don't need to go jump right to that whole...
You're right. Let's go back. Let's review more.
No, let's... I just thought maybe you wanted to
Go
talk.
ahead.
I mean,
Yeah.
Reggie,
Jump in.
he's been kind of sad, and he's not remembering everything, I think. Maybe the way I do. Maybe I have a different
What are you remembering?
memory of some of this.
That's totally possible. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Well, that's only okay
Hold
if it's
on.
okay with our honor here.
I was talking to you. Would you be so kind as to yield your time to your associate here, who
Yes.
says he has many details that he is remembering about said incident with the ring with what has happened, maybe you would be so kind as to... Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh,
You can proceed.
okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Your Honor.
Your Honor. Well, like Reggie said, we were in Cholt, and there was this giant baby, but it wasn't just a baby. It was hooked up to a giant machine that was magically empowered by a devil, and it was using that baby to eat these souls and store them and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But more importantly, what led us to the point to be in your world with our weapons, have you ever heard of the trickster gods?
Well, let's see here. I've heard of many gods, many powers,
Okay,
and
well, that's okay.
gods. There's
No.
more than one of them.
There was a handful.
Okay.
Anyways, our weapons.
Please educate me about
Yes.
these trickster gods.
So-
What are their names?
Their names. My trickster god that I was very close with, her name was Shigambi. And her life was
Clark,
taken
are you
from
getting
her.
all this? She says yes. Please continue.
Okay. Well, this devil killed all these trickster gods, and they lived inside of... One of them lived in my glaive, my weapon. And that was the only place he could exist anymore.
That glaive that you've got with you, you brought that in here, and it's got a god inside of it. You
No.
do realize that gods are not permitted by the ladies' law to be in sigil.
Exactly.
So if you had brought a god, that we're going to have to postpone this hearing
That's the
because
whole
that
point of my
will
story,
take
Your
precedent over unregistered Schedule 1 artifact. That offense is much higher than the one we are talking about today, and I will have to table this.
Your Honor, there is no God in
There's
his
no
weapon.
God.
There's no God in his weapon.
That's where the story was going, Your Honor. The crisis I had with my glaive. I thought, I talked to it. I said, Shigami, what happened? Where are you? No Shigami. And I freaked out. And what was your god's name?
Papa Z.
Papa Z was living in
There's
that
a
ring.
second. You brought multiple
No, we
gods.
didn't bring them. We didn't bring them. They left.
They weren't here.
They're gone.
They're gone.
That huge explosion of ice that came out of his ring, that was Papa Z, like,
No,
out of here.
You can see
Gone.
Sly is like,
no, that was
Through the same portal. Through the same portal we came through.
That wasn't it.
That was not it.
That wasn't it.
No, I feel like okay, Your Honor. So they went through. They went.
with the real ring.
sir, would you yield your time to your
No
friend
problem.
here?
That would be my honor, Your Honor.
What gods? What do you know of these gods that are possessing artifacts?
Just well, so a little bit about me. I am not from Cholt. I am from the astral plane, Gitzerak, as you can see, and I think the ordeal that our friend Klaus has been through is so great that he's searching for answers to what happened, and he
I have a lot of
believes-
respect for Gitzerai.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
You know, one of my best friends.
Mhm.
And he tells for 30 minutes. He
Yep,
tells
I
me a
listen
story.
intently. I will not interrupt the story. And if I can get I'm gonna pay close attention to try to glean a name out of the story,
Because
And
all
then I'll
get
be
zero
like-
know each other.
yeah. And then I'll be like, so then, just like your friend, blah blah blah, would have done, he has now misinterpreted the ring explosion as being the god escaping, but really, the god, right, was never in the ring.
No.
The ring is what we're here to talk about, and the gods.
Who was talking to me then this whole time?
That was in
All
your
right.
grave.
So anyway, that was before he got here. Before he was here.
So confused.
Yeah, and so the ring was then unfortunately, so your friend and I would both have sort of a distaste for the Githyanki. Yes.
Do go on.
And a Githyanki, if you can imagine, stole this ring from our friend Reggie.
Is this just a very long-winded way of telling me that you do not have the ring in question?
Yes.
I'm so scared.
Wow.
I'm going to meta try to mask the irony of him calling me long-winded. I'm basically cracking up.
He at this point it's probably like noon. Like you've been here like all morning and I've gotten nowhere in this hearing, and so he says, "We're going to break for a short recess. We will reconvene in 3 hours." And he like does his little gavel tap, and then you see him with great effort stand up, and you can tell like Sly and I's like, "Don't stand yet, let him leave." And then it takes him a while. He leaves, and then Sly and I immediately goes, "What are you got? Wait, what was that? What are you doing? Oh my god, guys! Oh, you didn't have to. Oh my god!
Right.
So this is a nightmare.
I didn't say
This is a
anything.
nightmare."
Maybe Dino should talk next time.
Just, like, no, you cannot bring gods to a sigil. Yeah?
Well, my end point was we were brought here against our will. We didn't choose to travel here, and we were very confused.
Yeah, but there was lots of really bad stuff before the end point that really distracted from main point. That being, you brought two gods to sigil.
No, but we didn't.
Well, I know you didn't, because clearly you wouldn't have been so badly if you hadn't had.
They got left behind.
Sly and I says, "I'm sorry. The client is too much of a liability. I can't
No,
have
no,
this.
no, no,
You
no,
forget
no,
it.
no,
Forget
no,
it. You
no.
don't have to go punch the
We
guy
have
in
a-
the
we have
face.
a
I
deal.
got it. No, we signed no contract. This was
was
a
a
word of
verbal-
mouth kind of thing that will not hold up. Good luck to you. You seem like a nice guy. I don't know. This is a mess." And he leaves.
Told you that guy was bad
You
news.
didn't give me money, did you?
No, you didn't give him any money.
Alright, well, at least you don't have to punch a devil judge.
We're on recess. Maybe we should like run across the street and see if there's like some soup or something that this guy would like.
Well, maybe we should go over to the ubiquitous wayward place if we have time and see if we can track down the ring before we come back and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we can say, yeah, we found the ring.
Then
and,
we'll have to give it to.
no, we just
We should
register
check it in. Yeah. Just check
We
it in.
already have established a good premise for world-ending drama to bring you here. Yeah, we get the ring, we register the ring, we get off scot-free.
Yeah.
Is there like a course we can take to get a permit to carry this ring?
Well, I think we'll probably have to take like at a low level at the tech. Like we'll have to take a class
like
about
ringer safety
not like
or something.
Like from 6 to 9. And
yeah
maybe
like
orange drink.
yeah
When you're
how
not
to-
chasing down Asarak or whatever
Yeah.
you end up doing at night, you'll
Yeah.
do the online course.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If that place is close enough, let's check it out.
We'll say that. So there are ways of traveling around the city quicker. There's basically like rickshaw people. So if you were to purchase a ride, you could get there feasibly in like 15-20 minutes.
All right, we'll do that. I'll buy a ride. How much
Okay.
ride?
5 silver.
Hello,
All
Uber.
right.
Yeah. All right. So you find
Where are we now? Go.
you find a young lad about
We're gonna go to
16
the
years old that
bar
has like a
where
straw
We
hat
think
that's
the
like
ring might be.
pulling one of these things, and
Okay.
he offers you a ride. He knows exactly where the ubiquitous Wayfarer is. It seems like it's a pretty notable stop, and so he takes you to the lower ward. This would be kind of like the middle class area of Sigil. It's not like the slums. You know, the buildings seem well kept up, and
So the food really sucks here.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You don't have all that smell of the street vendor.
Yeah,
you know,
you either
little
get that
grills
or-
going on.
Expensive food. There's no in between.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You do. You do.
So it's like it's basically like lunchtime. It's probably like 12:31 by the time you get here, like 12:30. And you walk into the ubiquitous Wayfarer, which is a 2-story building. And as you enter, you can see it's full of capacity with people here getting like a little something to eat in between work or whatever. And you just get the sense as you come in here, like this is like the place. It's packed. You can't even really see like a place to sit down right now. The smell of smoke and drink and food, all of that is thick on the air. And you were looking around. There's even like 2 musicians playing pipes, kind of mediocre musicians that are playing in the corner. And then you take notice there's a large statue in the center of the tap room. It kind of looks like the stereotypical like wizard with a floppy pointy hat and robes and big beard. The statue is probably a good 10 feet tall, and it's like kind of the centerpiece of the whole tap room. And you can see that there seems to be a number of people that are just kind of like looking at it, and they just have like puzzled looks on their faces. Yeah, so that's where you're at. Basically, open room, tables, booths. There are some stairways that go up to a balcony, and the main bar area down below on the first floor.
You guys want to eat at the bar?
We're looking for the Githyanki.
Well, we gotta eat.
So we'll find Hulister. We'll eat at the bar. Ask for Hulister.
Yeah, we're always about
Yeah.
business.
Hey,
So, sometimes Klaus just needs to
That's
eat.
fair. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Drink.
You're right. You're
Well,
right.
maybe even we could. Klaus could take a nap, like 2. Yeah, well, we go back to courthouse.
I don't know if the judge would like that. I mean, I think me and him we were connecting.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna go by the musicians and try and join in with them. They might have seen the gift somewhere in
yeah.
here.
Well, remember,
I like it.
so it's the human contact,
Yeah.
Hulister, that we're looking for
Okay.
here. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what I've got is you're gonna go play with the musicians.
Man, we're a jam.
You're gonna jam with the musicians. Klaus is looking for some drink and food. He's hungry. He's thirsty.
Yeah, I'm gonna just prop up at the bar and kind of like forget to even order a drink. Just,
Are you napping?
I think I'm really tired.
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
haven't had I've been like dying and not sleeping.
Yeah.
So
You're still feeling a little fatigued.
Yeah.
How about?
We'll try to order food, ask for Hulister.
I'm just walking. Yeah. I'm with you, but like, hi, I'm Reggie to everybody,
Yeah.
and like, do you know Hulister?
Yeah, and I'm just following him, just making sure if any trouble, we get
Okay,
out
so the two of you are kind of mingling around the actual, like in the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with you. So you go over and there is a elven pipe pan flute player and a human, and they're playing, and it's kind of like elevator music. Like they're not playing like this big upbeat kind of thing. It's just background music, and they see you approach with the dinosaur suit, and they don't stop playing or anything. But you get like they're looking at you curiously, and they continue playing. What are you doing?
Oh, I come up to them and I say, "Hey, I like to do a little playing too, and I'm pretty good. I'd like to jam with ya."
They say nothing. They continue playing. And
Well,
you can
I-
see there are a number of people at nearby tables that are pointing at you and like laughing and snickering a bit.
I pull out my instrument and I start joining in because they didn't say anything against it, so I joined right in.
All right, make a performance check.
16.
Okay. You pick right up with and kind of add an accent of like a rhythm or a melody or something that complements what they're playing. What are you hoping to achieve here?
Well, I'd like to bond with them so that, and then perhaps see if they know anything about this character that we're looking for here.
Okay. You play a number of songs with them, and suddenly you're still getting like the audience is kind of like making a scene about you.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're playing, it seems like people kind of like forget about you and they go back to their conversation. The musicians, the elf kind of like stops playing for an intermission, and he says, "You got some talent there, guy, but what's the deal with the getup?"
Well, it's kind of my employer's thing, you know. He likes me to wear it, so
What kind of employer do you got that would do that to
he
you?
likes dinosaurs. You know.
Maybe you
Kinda
should
his
find a
thing.
new employer.
Well,
You could make a lot of money if it wasn't for the goofy thing.
you'd be surprised what kind of tips I get sometimes.
Well,
It's
are
kind
you
of
getting
an
it for the right
attraction.
reason though? I mean, they're not listening to you, man. They're not appreciating you.
Yeah, but I have other talents. I juggle too, and the dinosaur suit really looks good when I'm juggling.
Man, you gotta stop being such a clown. You were riffing there. We were riffing.
Oh, well, yeah, I'd like to get rid of it sometime, but when I leave Siegel, I think I might be able to shed it. But till then, I have to keep wearing it.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, so it's kind of a drag. Hey, what's been going on here today? Do you happen to know this? Is it Gith character? It's been.
Just get all around,
I
man.
know.
And then he points over at Aza. He's like, "Look, there's one right up talking over by the booth over there."
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know there were that many of them around.
And then he points out another one. Look, that's over there. That's Elkis. She's blind.
Yeah. I know.
She's crazy. She's got some good stories though. If you need
Oh.
inspiration for a song, I'd go talk to Elkis.
I do storytelling. Maybe I can get inspired from her. Yeah.
Yeah, could be. Could
Sounds
be.
Good. Yeah. I'll have to seek her out.
We'll move over to Klaus. You're up at the bar,
Okay. Well,
and you're maybe kind of nodding off, and then somebody like smacks you upside the head, and you look up, and it's a woman, human, middle age. Like you can kind of see, she's got her hair pulled back. It's kind of graying and kind of frazzled a bit, and she's got like heavy bags under her eyes. And she says, "Look, there's no sleeping here. I need this space. So either order or move on there."
bartender, I've been waiting so long for you. I just fell asleep.
I'm kind of busy, so
know.
snap. What do you want?
I need a ale. I want a
Sure.
good ale.
She quickly throws a glass under the tap, pours it, hands it to you, and she says, "That'll be silver."
All right, I toss out a silver. Is this cup? What's the material?
It's like a tin cup.
Okay. I pick it up, try to drink it, but I squeeze too hard and kind of crush it, and I what the hell? Can I set it down? And I
She
say,
says,
I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
I will. What do you need for that?
Give me a copper, I guess.
Copper, I got a copper. Don't ask for any gold, though. I don't have no gold. Hey. What do you know about Torm?
Torm? I don't know anything about it. Is that a drink?
I don't know. Just ringing around in my head.
It's a little early in the day to be drunk, sir.
I'm not drunk.
Okay, well,
Because I kind of lean up and show all my just dirty, stained clothes.
She looks at you in
Good
disgust.
Like blood. I'm sure there's some blood stains. Like,
I'm not drunk.
someone.
Just filthy.
I'm not drunk. Someone attacked me. They attacked me.
Yeah,
That
sounds like a thing that happens to drunk people.
Ah,
She moves on. She's so busy. Okay, you two are kind of like going up. You're just like, have you seen Heelster? Have you seen Heelster? Have you seen Heelster?
Yep.
And you approach a table. A lot of people are saying no. And you approach a table where there's a human man who, I'm not making a political statement when I say this, but he kind of looks like Steve Bannon, like just like
Okay,
beet
alright.
red face,
Yeah.
like super scruffy, like
I think that's alcoholic.
hair. He's got that alcoholic kind of look,
Yeah.
and he looks like a mess. And he's just kind of staring out at a direction. When you say the name Heelister, he says, well, yeah, what do you need?
Wait, you're Heelister?
You got him, bud.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I'm Reggie. This is Azad. And we are looking for a potential ring that belongs to us, but
I don't care.
do you know where we can find
Too much story.
Githyanki?
What do we want?
Who steals stuff? Well, what seems to be the trouble, Heelister?
He doesn't say anything. He's just staring straight in a direction.
I kind of wedge into his eye.
His hand goes over your face and he kind of pushes you out of the way, and he's staring at the bar.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Do I do a wisdom save at this point or no?
I believe this one I can initially do with nothing, but let me see. I don't think they get to save on the initial thing.
Okay.
But then if I probe deeper, they
Grab a beer while you look at that
Okay.
language.
Sounds good. Detect Thoughts. I feel like you had a character once that did this all the time.
I have Zone of Truth.
Yeah, might have been back in the day.
Oh,
Just detect
I
it.
think that was a Waldo thing.
Yeah, I think so. All right,
Whoa,
for the
that's
duration, you can.
That's a real throwback.
Right. I just was saying, I remember him doing this all the time from something.
It was a Waldo thing.
For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any creature you can see within 30 feet. If you has intelligence of 3 or lower, then it doesn't work. I initially learned the surface thoughts, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, I could either shift my attention to another creature's thought or attempt to probe deeper on the same creature. If I probe deeper, then they get a wisdom save. If it fails, I gain insights into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
Okay. So, surface level thoughts, no saving throw.
Correct.
You sense longing, romantic desire.
Okay, I try to follow his gaze.
He's looking at the bartender that's currently slapping Klaus, and you can see there's this angry looking woman that's shaking her finger at him and kind of doing the buzz off. And then,
I whisper to Reggie, I think he has a crush on bartender. Maybe we use that advantage. Yeah.
I just start singing a little bit. I'm making a list, checking it twice. That's it.
I won't probe any deeper, so that he doesn't really realize that happens.
okay.
But I'll whisper that to Reggie, and I'll say, maybe make a deal. You're very charismatic. I feel like you could maybe win her heart for him, or
Okay.
at least say you're going to.
Yeah. So, Mr. Heelister. Is it Mr. Heelister? Mr. Heelister. Bartender. Do you know if she's seeing anybody right now?
Her?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
She's not. Oh. Do you know? Do you know her name?
I know more than her name.
Well, I'm just curious about her name right now, Mr. Hewlister.
Her name is Angel Heaven.
Is that really her name?
What?
That's a pretty cool name.
It is synonymous with Rian, the name that dominates my thoughts.
Brienne.
Oh, so you like her?
Like her, I would die for her.
You would?
I would do anything for her.
Oh. Well, how many dates have you gone on?
She doesn't even know I exist.
Oh, well, why not?
I don't know the words. I don't know what to say. Ugh.
What? Sometimes for me, it helps when I practice. Have you practiced saying them out loud? You just said that she's like an angel in heaven. That's pretty nice. Don't you think that's a nice thing to say? Maybe you tone it down a little, you know.
Yeah.
I think what you need, Mr. Hewlister,
It's-
you need a wingman. You need someone that can help you break the ice, make that introduction so it's not all on you, someone to talk you up, you know. There's a really fun game. There's a fun game. Here, come with me. 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 Come with me.
All right.
All right.
He stands up.
You're okay, buddy. Oh,
He just
jeez.
throws up all over the floor.
What do you have, a mint?
And you see the woman behind the bar, like, ah! You kidding me? Get out of here!
Sorry, it was me. It was me. It was me. I'm sorry.
You're going to leave me in here alone
So-
with this guy?
I didn't mean to. I'm just
She,
not feeling well.
She goes and like she grabs a mop. And
I'll
then
clean
she,
it up.
like,
I'll clean it
she
up.
Throws it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'll
And
clean
then
it
she gives you a dirty look, and gives him a dirty look.
I was just getting so nauseous because of how awesome my friend Hewlister is, and I don't know how anybody could go through life without knowing about my friend Hewlister. Have you met Hewlister?
And you can see him.
Sorry, I got my puke
I
on
kind
your
of
face.
like,
buddy.
I get like go down, I grab him by like the elbow and like lift him up like more straight back, like, and I
And then
point.
She's like raised eyebrow, like, and he's just like,
He says hi.
Yeah, yeah.
and then she turns away and she goes back to the bar. He says,
Good start, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See?
Maybe drink less next time, yeah.
I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Mm.
I need a drink. He
Whoa,
sits
whoa,
down.
whoa. Okay, so let's think about this in steps, Mr. Hewlister. So, step one, she didn't know you existed, right? Accomplished.
Boom.
We
Accomplished.
did that. Yeah, we did that for you.
She didn't know you
Uh-huh.
existed. She didn't. I mean, even taking a step further, she didn't know your name. Now she knows her name,
Mhm.
right? Right. Things are coming up, Hewlister.
No.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, close. You can see this woman. Like she comes back. She no longer has the mop. She handed it off to Reggie. She comes back behind the bar. And you see her like complaining about drunks at noon or whatever to like some of the other customers.
Okay.
And you have at this point maybe like taken notice of like something's going on over there.
Yeah.
There's a man that's like vomiting all over the place, and Reggie's like popping up. There's some kind of weird thing happening over there. He's up at the
Yeah.
where the pan flute people are, and like in the dino suit, you can see he's causing a scene where
Okay. Yeah, I imagine Klaus kind of like mid singing his song turns around and then like has a moment of clarity and sees like everything just going to shit. But I was singing, so I'm thinking about music, and I see him up there with some sort of stringed instrument. I'm thinking.
Here.
I say, Dino, bring that over here.
Well, actually, I was heading to that. Okay.
Oh, were you?
Oh, okay. You see him. He's approaching, like, kind of over by the statue.
Okay. No instrument anymore, though.
I'm no longer playing.
I need that instrument. Well, I'll yell it anyways. Can you go get that string thing? Bring it over here. I'd
Be
like
right
to-
up there a little bit.
I used to play one of these.
All right, so you're going over by the statue, and you see this, like, blind, what did I say, tiefling?
She was a Githyanki.
Or
the
Githyanki.
blind one.
Oh, yeah. Githyanki. Yep. Well, she's not Githyanki, she's Githzerai. You just asked for a Gith.
Good. We're good.
We're okay.
So you see her, and she's kind of, like, muttering to herself, like, before the statue.
Hello, I'm Dino.
Dino?
Yes.
No, I don't think that's the answer. It's something mathematical.
No, it's not the answer. It's me. Hey, are you contemplating something?
I am.
What would that be?
Today's riddle.
Oh. Do they have a riddle of the day?
And you see she's kind of pointing somewhat in the direction of the statue. She said,
I'm pretty good at riddles. What's the riddle?
"Oh, just go and place your hand on the statue."
Okay.
Suddenly, as you place your hand on the statue, the whole thing kind of like shudders. The whole tap room kind of shudders, and everyone like is holding their drinks. And then a booming voice like comes over the entire bar, saying, "My eyes are old, and I can't eyeball a measurement to save my life. I've a mug that holds 5 fingers of bub, and another that holds 3. I'm thirsty enough for 4 fingers of that fine stuff, but any more than that lays me out flat. What am I to do for my bone box? It's ever so dry." And then the thing like resets its body and is still, and everyone seems to like, okay.
So we would have heard that too, but don't have any context.
Yeah.
Instead of it.
I know.
And then you would hear the bartender complaining about that now, like, it's too early in the day for this crap.
She really hates her job, maybe? Maybe we can help her get a
It's
new
time for a
job?
new job.
Yeah.
We're career makeover now.
Yeah.
We just go around solving people's work issues.
Eventually we'll get the ring doing that, I swear.
Perfect.
All right, let's go back to the 2 over by Helister.
Okay, so as I'm like mopping up, I'm like, okay, we got to figure out a way, Mr. Hewlister, where you can help her have a better day. What do you think she needs right now to have a better day?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let me ask. So how long have you been frequenting this place, yeah?
Oh, 10 years.
Yeah. How long has the angel worked here?
Well, I don't know. She owns the place.
Well,
So like longer than you've been coming here. So scratch career advice, probably not gonna.
You
change
see
your
him pull
career
out like a
path.
notebook, and he's like writing. I wonder how long she's worked here. I should look into that. And he puts his notebook back.
Hey,
You could spy like as he opens it, because he's not being too careful. He's just got like tons of factoids about her.
up here.
Like,
oh boy. Well, was there anything else written in that book besides just stuff about her?
why don't you make a perception check?
26.
Inside, you catch a note that her favorite song is like listed there, and it is
That's where I was going.
the Starry Hill of the Frontier.
Starry Hill of the Frontier.
Yeah.
Okay.
The classic.
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Some song you've never heard of. Yeah.
yeah.
I think Sigil Robinson sings that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I store that away in the memory bank there. Maybe to tell our bard. So in 10 years you've been coming here, yeah, and she still doesn't know who you are. So you don't drink much at bar. Yeah, you sit table.
Always this table. It's the best view.
Well, maybe you sit at bar in the very very unsettling. Yeah, but maybe we sit at bar, huh? I'll tell you what. We'll help you with her in exchange for one piece information.
If you get me a date with her, I'll tell you whatever you want.
Awesome.
Can I walk up behind these guys and just kind of just hear what's going on
Yeah.
so I'm filled in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think at this point, if you walk up behind them, they're questioning him. You'll get the
Okay.
context of what they're trying to do. Plus, they're probably saying his name, so you know that he's Hulister, he's the guy that you're looking for, and all of that.
Okay.
So, important thing to know. We get this guy date with bartender lady who subsequently owns the bar. Coincidentally owns the bar. Whatever word I'm searching for there. Irrelevant. We get date for him. He tells us everything we know. We find the ring. Get the Yankee heads off and
Okay.
get the ring back.
What's that little book he's got there sitting there?
It's in. He put it back in his pocket, but
Oh, he
it's
did.
it's a creepo diary.
Oh. You know, I'm just feeling really crazy today. But I have an idea. Maybe to get him a date. I mean, Klaus here, he's got a little experience with some stringed instruments. I'm thinking, we take that little diary, we take some of the good parts out. You make a couple notes here, and I make a little song, and I'll call it like the Frontier of Love.
Well, her favorite song is I can't even remember. The Starry Hill of the Frontier.
Perfect. Now we're on the Frontier of Love. It's the second part of that song. She doesn't have to know we're talking about this, but we take his lyrics, we put it on this song, we call it the Frontier of Love, and she might be like, what is that song? And I'll say, oh, my friend here, he wrote these lyrics. And maybe we even say that they're about her, if she seems to dig it.
Well, maybe we be careful with that
Yeah,
part.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. We be
Uh-huh.
careful.
But yeah, well, it
we
seems
gotta
very
feel it out.
seems very roundabout, but I agree that this could work.
Yeah. And then, the date is you two going out to listen to music together.
Yeah, in public, lots
Yeah,
of public.
lots of yes.
all sorts of public.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna tell her that I wrote this song you're gonna write?
only if she likes it.
Right.
Okay.
We'll be able to tell if she likes it.
Yeah,
Women
Very-
do this weird thing when they like songs.
He says, all right.
What do they do, Klaus?
Yeah,
What do they
Klaus,
do when
what
they
do
like
do?
songs?
They just smile.
Oh.
Normally they look puzzled when they
Oh.
don't like a song.
Oh, okay. All right. Watch out for
I
that.
haven't seen her smile much.
Well, then we'll know for sure.
Yeah,
It'd be a new thing.
All right.
All
So
right.
you'll come to the bar, right?
yeah.
Klaus will arrange the music.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go to the bar.
Well, how else are we gonna get the date?
You just gonna tell her that I wrote this song, right? That'll work. That's enough.
Well, okay. Another thing.
Uh-huh.
Maybe no more drink for today. Yeah,
Yeah.
just at least for a couple hour, maybe 1 hour.
Have some water.
Yeah, water is.
I don't like how it tastes.
Well,
Would you
Sometimes
have
we
a
do-
better chance of
you just
playing
said
the
you-
song, right?
You just said you'd be
Yeah.
willing to die
I
for
have a
her.
musical instrument
I would
proficiency,
think you'd
but
be
he's
willing to drink some water for
Make a
her.
persuasion check.
freaking jester, basically.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm proficient at these.
11.
At those,
he
I
could.
have-
okay.
It could be like.
He
a
says,
helper.
Yeah.
You could have he can do
no.
singing.
He pushes it away.
But
So you would be
I
helping.
He
don't
says,
know what scene.
Just, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's,
okay. Alright,
you
well,
guys
then-
deal with her. You tell her I wrote this
It would
song.
be-
You set up a future date. I'll be sober for
An
that.
accompanied
Okay.
storytelling.
And if we do this,
Yeah, I'm a good.
you'll tell us
storyteller.
what we need to know.
Absolutely.
All right.
No one's ever done anything like that for me.
Well, we're here to help.
Yes, I agree with him. Help.
Grabs another beer.
Ugh. Well,
I'm going to tell you about Torn.
one day at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Baby steps.
Baby steps to the elevator.
Okay. So, go ahead, Klaus.
You two are.
Make this
Yeah.
happen.
Well,
We gotta
I'm
hash
over
this out.
by the
Yeah.
statue right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to make an attempt at the
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said,
Go for it.
now the riddle you wanted 4 fingers of the drink.
Yep, that's what the statue said.
Oh, well, you take the one with 5 in, and you pour it into the one with 3 until they're even, and then you got 4 fingers in both.
Say it again?
You pour a little from the 5 one into there until you even them both out.
No. Nothing happens.
Oh, come on! You got 4 fingers in them then.
No. That's not a solution. There's a couple of solutions, but that's not one.
Okay, I failed. I go over. What did you want? You want?
I need someone that knows how to play these instruments here. We gotta
Oh.
come up with a little ditty here. We need
Okay.
we need an intro and a hook. That's it. We don't even need all the other parts.
All right, I can play for you.
Okay.
You want to do the vocals?
Yeah, I'll do some vocals.
All right.
We're gonna try to get this guy here a date. We're gonna tell if
Him?
anybody asks, he wrote this song.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So you're kind of providing. You guys have? Did you guys like take his diary or something? Is that what you were doing? with-
Yeah, I guess
He
I
was,
might
like,
have to
looking
make
at
up
it. I mean,
what
he'll-
the diary says.
I mean, he'll give you the diary.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Yeah, but it's all probably a lot unusable. That's all like kind of creepy stuff. But there are a lot of details about her. You could probably extrapolate information from it and like, round out the roughness of how creepy it sounds. You got details to pepper the song with. Now, so you're kind of like inventing like a new song, but there was also something in there about that she has a favorite song. Is there anything you're doing with that piece of information?
Do you know that song? Because I can kind of play that music, but you can
I don't think.
add different. You can.
Find out from other
Take-
people, the bards you know, what that song is. Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
can
might
go
know.
back and ask those guys, but
Yeah.
you might want to add different lyrics to it as I play the music.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we
she'll-
can see. Let's see if those guys know it.
Okay.
That's good.
I go back over there and confer with them, see if they.
They tell you it's an older song, but one that was at one time quite popular, maybe like 20 years ago or something. And they attempt to they'll speak to you about like the rhythm and the meter and all that kind of jazz, and they give you like a really quick kind of explanation of the song, and you feel like okay.
All right. I'll get back. I can do this if you got the.
Yeah, I'll just freestyle it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll start the melody and he can join in with the vocals and.
All right, don't roll anything yet, because I want it to kind of be at the same time. You're going to be rolling at disadvantage, because you're trying to reproduce a song that you, learned just now.
Okay.
You ask for backup from the band?
Huh?
Why didn't you ask for backup from the band, man?
Well, they're nice guys, but they're bad at
Yeah, they probably don't really.
They weren't really great musicians.
They don't have good tempo. Yeah.
And you're going to be singing the song.
Mhm.
So we'll have you do. I guess it would be a performance check. You'll do a charisma
What
check.
if I just make a song right now?
Yeah, I mean,
I
like
thought of
you
a lot of
should do
creepy.
that.
I thought of a lot of creepy lyrics.
Regardless of the role, you should
Yeah,
definitely be
yeah.
doing the song.
Yeah, I do want to
No,
hear
no,
that.
no, no.
I do want to hear that.
Okay, what do I gotta roll for?
You're gonna do a performance check, and then you're doing a performance check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Charisma modifier.
Wait.
Oh,
Do them at the same time. He said.
Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Oop, my dice disappeared. Literally disappeared.
Does that happen on an app?
I think I hit the wrong button here. I'm supposed
Big
to
roll,
shake
big roll,
my
big
phone.
roll.
Oh, there we go.
15.
What did you? Okay, so you begin playing the song, and it's like it's not even a cover. It's like a reimagining of this song, like a part 2 or something. And as you're playing and you're jamming out, and you're getting like passionate with, you've got like a low bass voice.
I see you, but you don't see me.
Yeah.
That's the opening line.
And you can tell, like, you've captured the attention of the entire bar room. Even the people that are trying to solve the puzzle are, like, stop what they're doing. They're watching. And you see Rayanne stops hassling her customers, and she's, like, listening. And you see her kind of wistfully smiling. It's taking her back to her youth. It seems like she's into it.
I'm not even looking her way, just staring off, and I say something like, I also see where you sleep every night, and you're beautiful.
No, it's so well executed that it's like, a lot of songs that have like a really bad message and you don't realize it until you like look up the lyrics online. It's kind of like that thing where like everyone's like, yeah, and they're like singing it, like not realizing that they probably disagree with what they're singing.
It's like every breath you take.
Yeah.
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 I'll be watching you.
So, then what do you do?
Yeah.
Applause.
still-
Like it gets
still
silent
going?
after you finish the
Oh.
song. Everyone is applauding and rapping on the tables.
Thank you, thank you.
Was that good? I don't know.
Are they still kind of paying attention to
Does he
me and
like it?
Neil?
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of say, thank you. This wonderful song was written and co-produced with our good friend Mr. Hewlister back there looking for something under that table.
He's like pulling like a piece of gum off the underneath of the table, and
Give
he's
him a
like,
round of applause!
Yeah, Mr. Heel's turn!
and everyone like kind of like looks towards him and starts applauding. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like they
He's
didn't know.
single, ladies.
So I would like to approach the bar and get the bartender's attention and just inquire what she thought about the song.
Oh, that song! There was something about there's a song that I used to dance to back in my 20s, and it had the same melody as that, but then the lyrics, what they did, I never heard. It really spoke to me.
It's more like what he did. My buddy Hewlister over here is the guy that wrote it. He loves that song too.
That guy has been coming in here for I don't know how many years, and he just kind of sits back there. I don't know. I always thought he had like some kind of mental issue or something, but
He's just a quiet dude.
he's a savant.
Yeah,
He's got this talent.
You know what's the way to I didn't realize it for a long time, but you're right. He's a savant, and the way to really learn the most from him is to go out, listen to music with him, and hear what he hears, and let him explain
what he experiences, and it will change your entire perspective on music. It's really great. He loves going out and showing people what he experiences.
She says, "Okay, well, I get off at this time," and she writes like her address down like on a piece of paper. She says,
Don't give him that. He already
if you can tell him pick me up at 8."
Oh, okay. I'm sure he'd love that. I'm sure he would be just delighted.
And then she says, "Oh yeah."
And your name? Your name?
Rayanne.
Rayanne.
And people are now becoming disenchanted with the musicians that were formerly playing, and people are like rushing the bar.
Yeah.
And she's, I gotta get back to work. So
I will go back to Mr. Hewlister and like wave the. She is up for a date. She's ready for you to pick her up at 8 tonight, but you have to answer Azad's questions first.
yeah, of course,
All right.
of course. Yeah.
Number one question. You sometimes arrange for selling things from the Crimson Seal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're looking for a particular item that maybe recently came into their possession.
Sure.
Ring. Heard about it at all yet?
Super cold ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where
I set
could
up
we?
that deal.
Yeah, where could we find that?
Well, you can find it at Crux. That's where you go.
What is
Crux.
That's where the deal is happening.
All right.
The
Time,
deal is
place?
happening? Or it has happened?
I admit probably they're not there yet, but you know it's across the outlet. You got to go to the World Tree, Yggdrasil. Some
Sorry,
one of the
Wilson.
limbs there.
Do you know what these words mean?
Sorry, could you after World Tree?
Yggdrasil.
Drossel?
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil.
You would know this is a location that you could get to if you crossed the Outlands. Basically, it's a gigantic tree. Give me an intelligence skill check at advantage.
Sounds like the yogurt cradle. Hey!
21.
Yggdrasil is its limbs of this tree actually border the astral plane.
Oh,
And so people on the astral plane cannot see it, but its many limbs can go to other planes, kind of through the astral plane. And so the town of Crux, it's kind of, it's not exactly a gate town, but it's a community that has set up on one of the branches of the tree. So, geography lesson about where you're positioned. Sigil is, again, a ring. It's a city that is what do you call that?
A halo? Like a halo?
It's like a halo, yeah. And it sits atop a big mountain. Around the mountain is what is called the Outlands. The Outlands have gate towns that go to all sorts of different upper planes. You can go to the Nine Hells, the Abyss, the Seven Heavens, Limbo, Pandemonium, all these places. Yggdrasil is accessible through a forest, the Forest of Norns. So if you know something about, I think it's Norse legends, the Norns are the female fate tellers.
Fates. Yeah.
So through that forest, it is said that there's a root of the tree that you can climb up onto Yggdrasil.
We need this ring in like half an hour.
We'll get a
starts laughing.
we'll get a extension. Yeah,
We'll get an extension?
we'll try. We'll send Sly in for us.
Okay, we gotta find Sly.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
so-
first, I would
yeah,
like
yeah.
to solve the puzzle.
Well, but before we do that, who wants to? What's this deal about? Who wants the ring?
Oh yeah. Well, his question.
He says, Well,
I'll solve the puzzle.
he tells you that a devil wanted it.
Do you know the name of this devil?
He he says he doesn't remember. But
How unfortunate. Maybe you'll forget to pick up your date.
this is a DM issue. Maybe I didn't name the devil.
Oh, okay. All right.
It
That's
might-
fair. That's fair.
It seems like he's telling the truth. He doesn't
Yeah,
remember
okay.
the name of the
Okay.
devil.
All right.
All he remembers is, he says, "I'm sorry, I deal with so many devils. I didn't write down the guy's name.
All right.
Just I wrote down the details about where to set up the deal,
Yeah.
where he could meet them.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about he needed this thing. I don't know. He was going on and on. He wanted to freeze the river Styx. Something about the blood war. It was going to be like the linchpin and really nailing those demons. You know.
All right. So, you know how you have this notebook with all these details about Rihanna? And there's so much detail in there. I need you to give us instructions written down with that amount of detail on how we can find this deal and when it's happening so we can intercept that ring.
He says, no problem. And he tells you, if you want to leave right now, you could. There's portals in here.
Really?
Yeah. He says there's like 10 or so portals in here. One of them goes to the Outlands.
Do you know which one?
He says, he points up at the balcony, he points at a door, or like the framing of a door. He's like, that one goes to the Outlands. I don't have a key though.
No.
But she does. And then he points at the Githzerai that he was talking to.
Oh.
I want to have words with Mr. Hudgens or whatever.
I would
Yeah.
like to.
1 second. You can do a religion check. You could do one at disadvantage.
Me at disadvantage?
No,
Or-
you normal and Reggie at disadvantage.
Ooh, 23.
8.
So he just said that some devil was trying to get the ring to freeze the river Styx. Yeah,
Styx.
Styx.
Yeah.
While that might sound fine, that's a terrible thing because you know that the blood war is the war between the demons and the devils, and it would be written somewhere in Torm's teachings something about how the divine and like the good aligned gods, they're fine with that because that keeps evil in balance, and as long as their forces are continuing to battle each other, they won't bother mortals that much. It's like the balance
Yeah.
between chaotic evil and lawful evil. So if the devils and the river Styx is their main highway for the demons to come into the hells. So if their transit point for doing that battle is cut off, the devils will have a huge advantage in the war. That would be. It wouldn't take a great strategist to say like that could be the thing that throws the whole thing off.
Gotcha.
That would be catastrophic.
Okay. I will, whenever the time is appropriate, I will share that with the
Sure.
rest of the group.
So you have that. Yeah, you have that knowledge. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that plot point got in.
Awesome.
Oh, no, that's interesting. I just want to ask, you set up the sales, you said? You organize these auctions, or what do you do?
Githzerai, they're a client of mine. And So
Okay.
when they, I'm sorry, you got robbed. You guys seem like nice people. Well, that's the way it is here at Sigil.
What authority do you have to recall an item as counterfeit? As not being what you thought it was during the sale?
I have no legal authority. I'm a shady back alley dealer.
Well, did these people come back to you for more items?
As long as I set up deals, I know people. I'm a middleman.
What if... So, like you said, this ring was stolen from us. What could you do to get the ring back and say this this isn't the product I thought it was. You can't accept all your money for this.
I got no authority. They're gone. They're already heading off to Crooks.
Okay. I just would hate that, we had something stolen from us, and it'd really be bad if, like, maybe your date got stolen from you.
I just told you a lot.
That's enough. That's enough. All right.
Hey, it's called.
We are not shady
called
business
bartering.
dealers like this man.
Bartering.
We give him address. We gotta get this ring back. We'll get the ring back
Guys,
ourselves.
just never let Klaus be a hard ass.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We go off
Oh,
bickering.
He's like, yeah, he's treasuring that little piece of scrap paper that you gave
All
him.
right. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
All right.
Oh, that's all you care about. I'm about to get our ring back with no trouble. And you're like, oh, puzzle,
Yeah.
puzzle.
Yeah, you're able to get the ring back. No trouble.
Buy
huh?
a U.
I'm about to get key
There's a
for
reason
us.
that guy's so nervous and shaky all the time.
Hey, the blind gift may give us some additional information
I'm
to
sure
solve
he
that.
has a name, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the blind gift. Is that all we are to you? Some characteristic and a gift?
Do you know her?
No, but I will. What was her name? What was her name again?
Elkis.
Elkis. I will talk with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go buy some drinks with some arrowheads.
It does not work.
It is ineffective.
Hi, Azad.
He's okay. No, that's not it.
Oh, I think the answer is, alright, so you have a bottle and you have 2 cups, yeah?
Yes, you have a mug that holds 5 fingers and one that holds 3.
Right, so you
He's
fill,
thirsty enough for 4.
you fill up first cup, yeah?
Which one?
The 5.
Ah, yeah.
You pour all that into 3, as much as goes in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pour 3 back into bottle. You put 2 into 3. Then you fill up 5 again. And you pour as much into 3. And then that leave you 4. Yeah? Because you would have had 2 into 3. And then you pour from 5 into 3. 5 minus 1, 4.
I feel like this riddle is a
So,
lot more simple.
She,
You know what fingers and drinks are, right?
Yeah.
Literal
It's
fingers.
a garnish.
No, that's how.
Yeah, it's how it's
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem
So why
is
can't we
he's
just-
blind and he can't
You can't
measure.
see.
So he literally puts his fingers in.
Yeah.
Never taken
yeah,
shit
that's
from
about-
that
That's about 3.
she repeats what you just told her to the statue, and it like animates again. It's like, bravo, we have a
my God,
winner,
it was that
and like it's clapping.
The
and
statue's clapping?
The statue's clapping. And she's like, yes, and you can see there's a number of people around the bar that have like notebooks out, and they're like, oh. And they're disappointed. She says, "Oh, thank you." And she's reaching out to like find your hand. She shakes her hand, and whatever can I do to repay you for? I've been stuck on this all morning.
Well, I am a Planeswalker guild member, but I am missing key to the Outlands, and I need
Sure.
to get.
You can borrow my key. She
Oh.
pulls out a little, like a bone.
Well, thank
It's
you.
like a little wishbone.
Oh,
Don't break it.
I will not break it.
It's like made of stone or something. It's
okay.
like a little thing that activates the door.
Walmart chicken.
Well, thank you much. I appreciate this. I will hopefully live to bring it back to you. Uh huh.
Okay, how much time do we have left to get? We got to get an extension.
Well,
Or-
if we just leave,
or
do you
just-
think we'll?
I think we could probably get away with just taking off at this point.
No, yeah, we should.
come
No,
back,
we
though.
should rearrange it with authorities. We need to come back. We need to see what they are.
We can
If they're upset that the ring's gone, they need someone to get it back.
Yes, we'll offer our services to get the ring back, bring it
Okay.
back, register it, and then save world in process. Yeah.
You
Either
don't
that or
think we
have
could
to,
use the portals and do it real quick and
no,
then
we
just
can't.
get out of
Just
here?
come back.
Do I know anything about how time would act in the Outlands compared to
Ooh.
here?
It's basically the same plane.
Just so there's no quantum like physics.
Sigel's basically in the Outlands. It's
Okay.
just hovering in the air above
Yeah.
it.
So it wouldn't. I was hoping maybe. Far shot, like we go there and time staying still here, but
All right, we'll follow more rules.
we'll.
Also, it'll be okay.
These rules.
You
so many
already
rules.
helped man get date with bar owner, yeah? It was a good day.
Yeah.
Good day.
Let me point this out. The guy that you ended up with at the court is the snail. If you go back there, I don't think it should be any stretch of the imagination. Who knows how long you'll be tied up.
Oh yeah.
And you're kind of on a time limit because this deal, he says, Hulister says, I mean, it's in
Okay.
motion.
He could look
Well,
at the
we
clock.
have to go. Oh, I have an
Be 3
idea.
hours delayed.
What if we send a
You know,
message
like,
to
oh, they're
Sly
not here.
Yeah.
with maybe promise to punch the other judge or something,
Yeah.
and ask
One
him to
of
go in
you-
and get us a
Yeah.
delay? Yeah.
Sly, in the last episode, gave one of you a business card.
Ah.
If you look at that business card, on the back of it is a command word that is basically like a long distance message spell.
All right. Well, somebody used that. Yeah. Somebody. I have
I'm
cards.
sure no
Alright.
one wrote it down as inventory, but you, so
Right.
you do have it. I remember how he gave it to you.
I give it to Reggie.
Insert card here. Yeah.
So you, this is like a one. It's not like the message spell exactly. It's not like a telepathic link, but you're getting the sense that you're recording like a message,
Oh, okay.
basically, like you're leaving a message.
All right, Sly. We know you wanted some money. We bartered a deal. We'll not only pay you when we get back, but we'll also do the deal. We'll have Dino punch 2 of the judges.
Yes.
Lunch too.
And we'll get you a lunch. We'll have some nice drinks. You can meet our new friend Hulister. You'll probably have to end up representing him as well. So we'll get you a referral. And yeah, if you can give us an extension, let them know we're getting the ring back and we're coming back here. Okay, bye.
Got it.
Click.
Dino's gonna punch 2 judges. you're gonna pay 500
Wait, what?
gold
I did not agree to
and
that.
give him lunch.
Don't worry, you won't have to.
You're gonna treat him to
We
lunch.
could just do all in one fell swoop, right? Like either both judges at the same time, 2 different ones, or you stack them right next to each other and one swing catches both of them.
Yeah. Like,
So then it's only one act of aggression that he has to get you out of instead of
To
2.
do
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tail.
Okay, yeah, that'll be. I'm sure he'll be all about that. Yeah.
all right. Well, we have key. We have message sent.
Yeah.
You're still dying, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
We're all
Feeling better.
super tired.
Okay.
A little better.
Yeah.
Should take a nap, but
Well, we better go to
Yeah.
our portal because we are running out of time. Yeah.
Away.
Yes.
And that'll be the end of the session for the night. You guys going through the portal and arriving in the Outlands. So, for those that are out there watching, hope you enjoyed us. Of course, as we've been doing, we're going to have our team here write 3 milestones each.
Hmm.
And then I get to decide which ones I think are...
How many are you gonna keep? Like, is it gonna be a revolving 3
Yeah.
or 2? Okay.
Yeah, once I've got my finalized list here.
So then.
So it'll be like those 3 stay on there, and then once you tack one off, then you get to add another one.
Yep.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
picked 2 for us already each. So 1 from today will probably get added. And
Gotcha.
then-
I need a pencil.
What, are we just rating one on here or
Right, 3.
3?
Yeah.
I can just wait till you're.
Oh, there's one.
There's another one over there too. Yeah.
Oh boy. I was trying so hard tonight to get to my milestone.
And perhaps I should review the milestones we already have out here. So I think maybe we hit a couple.
Is there opportunity to fulfill more of the same milestones that you talked about at the beginning? In the next episode,
I probably wouldn't pick one that's too similar.
okay.
Like, most of you have had something about finding the ring, and I kind of feel like that's like a group goal more so than like an individual goal.
Well, I guess I'll just come out and say it. I mean, we missed a golden opportunity tonight for Klaus because I wanted to find that angel in that bar so I could give my life to Torm through that angel and then also immediately pray that Torm guides Reggie to steer away from that ring and then get both of them.
All right. Well, I'm sure there'll be more
Alright.
Torm
Well, I shouldn't have said
characters.
that. I'll just have to come up with a new funny way to give my life to Torm.
Dino had wants to perform successfully in front of a crowd. What purpose will he find to do so that will further the goals of the party? I think that was achieved tonight.
Agreed. Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Yeah.
We're going to say, Dino, that's a level up.
Oh, buddy.
Let's see. I'm gonna throw some of these out there.
So I'm going up to level 14 now?
Yep. I think none of Reggie's yet. None of Klaus's quite yet. Although Klaus is protect Reggie from himself, we probably could have had protect Klaus from himself as something else tonight.
I was thinking about putting that on one of mine today, but I didn't. I refrained.
Let's see. Azad. Find a personal investment in this group. Who does Azad care about and why? Do we have an answer to that question yet, do we think?
I don't know. It's getting close, but I don't think we have like true caring
I would
yet.
agree.
Right now, just kind of working to still towards the goal that I'm paid to do.
Yeah. Earn the complete trust of Reggie and Klaus. What will Azad do to earn their trust? Do we feel like that has happened?
I
That
mean,
would be a question for those two.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Reggie is or maybe not confiding, but looking to him for answers and assistance, especially so in the hearing proceedings and with Hugh Lister, Reggie was looking for help from. So I don't know if that's like unequivocal trust, but at least as much trust as you can gain in 24 hours, I think it's there.
I think I trust his knowledge, but as long as there's money still being fed to him to stick with us, I won't have full faith in him.
Okay. So probably this will be something that happens out in the field.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at what our new milestones may be. Let's see. Oh, I'll start with this one. Klaus.
Oh no! I took it a different direction tonight.
Find a studio of elven arts to record Frontier of Love. Get a full night's rest in a safe place.
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Good luck. Start an enchanted mystical music duo with Dino. That's
Usually
probably
gets
the
our
one I'll go
enemies.
with.
Just stop enemies in their footsteps. Beautiful.
All right. Return key to who? So this one was Klaus.
That one, the next one is me.
Okay. Azad has return key to Gazerai lady at the ubiquitous Wayfarer. Learn to travel to other planes using the world tree. Maintain solid legal standing in Sigil. Reggie. Maybe set back in time to chaperone Hulister's date.
Get back.
Or
in
get
time.
back, yeah.
Yeah.
Implore the importance of stopping the river Styx from
Freezing.
to Klaus. Atone for the deceit that Reggie is responsible for. In relation to...
Well, he got into the auction by lying.
Oh, yeah.
He lied to Hewlister. He lied to Rihanna. Like, he's doing a lot of these things and justifying them, but he's also going to have to come to terms with some of this stuff happened because he lied.
It's like he's still
I'll
wearing
probably
the
pick-
evil ring.
Yeah.
Something tells me I'm going to pick number 1.
Perfect.
Come back for the date, or help Hewlister with his
I
dating
just-
life.
I feel like she's going to end up dead. I feel real bad about that.
Well, he is involved in a criminal network, so it's a liability
We
for
set
her.
that guy up to fail, by the way, on that date.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He has no skills.
And then he's going to feel real
Although-
uncomfortable. He's going to
but-
kill her.
I mean, he does have like a criminal network. I mean, he must have some social skills.
Yeah, he doesn't have any friends. Nobody's
Maybe he
worried
just
about him
can't break.
talking.
Maybe he just can't break the ice,
Yeah,
and he just needed to push along. And he's a really respectable gentleman.
could be.
We don't know.
You've seen The Godfather 2. You know where this goes.
Gentlemen.
These are Dinos. Dino,
No.
find out what it feels like to walk around without the dino suit.
Oh, dear.
Oh boy, I don't know about that one.
Experience everything outside of Sigil that I can. Try to find any information about getting to Chult. Alright. Time will tell which of these I'll add to your list. Actually, Dino, I'll probably be looking at not just this one, but your past ones to make sure you have a full 3 just like everyone else. What'd you think? You're out of Sigil.
It was fun.
It was fun. I liked the bar scenario. Was good. To try and figure out, okay, how do we get this from this person and this from this person and this from this person to kind of like pull them all together. I thought that was fun.
I also really liked the very slow judge.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, really the only consequence with him is
Time.
it was stealing time away from you that you could be using to find the ring. And now you know why getting the ring back is so important. It's
Right.
because it's not Astrak that's after it, it's maybe somebody that can use it in a much worse way.
That
Balance.
that could be what would ruin our world as well. Your world, not my world. But,
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All worlds.
well, I mean, all
Sigil,
worlds.
Sigil, even. Sigil's like a neutral hub of the universe, and like the Blood War isn't really allowed to spill out. It's kind of like where diplomats of the two sides might meet, but there's to be no. This is why angels and devils and demons can kind of coexist there, is because it's kind of understood. This is like the Switzerland, or like the place where you meet.
It's the DMZ.
Yeah, it's a DMZ. You're sitting in the hut, negotiating across the table.
But the weapon that they're going to use was stolen in Sigil, so that's kind of a violation right there.
One would think.
So in
Yeah, but
D&D,
it was it's Githyanki that stole it. You know, no direct agent.
Yeah, but
So in
kind of
chaotic,
walking the line.
the chaotic side of that war is the one that's looking to.
It's
I
actually
think the lawful side.
Oh,
the
really?
devils are the ones, right?
Oh.
So the devils are the lawful, and the demons are chaotic.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The
In the meta,
Yeah.
meta game
Sure,
wise.
sure.
So there's probably I need hours to explain
Yeah.
that war and what it is, but it's basically the devils see themselves as they should be the regents of creation. They're the ones that can rule it best. They're the one. Their ideas. They're very. Devils are very orderly. You know, that's why they have their system of the hells are laid out in tiers. Who reports to who? It's like, you know, Hitler's world was a lawful evil world
Sure.
of rules. Who do you report to? This is the design of it. This is how we maintain order.
Yeah.
Whereas the demons are like, chaos is is the way that the world should be.
They're punk rock.
Wow.
They're punk
I
rock.
was picturing the opposite as like the fallen angel type theory, where like you got your devils, they're the really bad ones, and then the demons, they're other fallen.
The demons
ones,
are the
and they're kind of in
anarchists.
the middle, but they're the worst.
Yeah. I mean, either one is bad. You wouldn't want either
Yeah.
one to be in charge of.
Demons might not have any one leader. They might just
Yeah.
Well,
The
that's
punk
what
rockers.
happens. The demons are
Totally.
always killing each other to rise up.
Anarchy.
So their whole system is always in flux because you never know
Red
who's on
flag.
top, who's even.
like a lot of
Crush
warlords all working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to undo order. They think
Yeah.
that chaos would be the best way to see the world, the cosmos exist.
We got the hammer and sickle on this fucking thing. Way to go, Joe. You pointed out I'm drinking bad beer.
No, you're drinking delicious beer.
Soviet. It's made by Soviets.
No, it's made by Chicagoans. Revolution is
It
delicious.
is very good. And it's only $2 a quick trip right now.
Oh, for
Singles.
real?
Yeah. Into the to-go aisle.
All right. Well, I think that unless you got other thoughts or questions or things that your characters are thinking, I think that'll do it for us here on 20 Sides of Every Story. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out.
Yeah.
Next time we'll be live. Be Saturday, 8 p.m. for Kids on Bikes!
Kids on
Kids on
bikes.
bikes.
Wait, why? Why are they on bikes?
Because they're kids.
These are kids and they don't got anything better to do.
It's for the kids.
For the kids.
And they don't have like
Don't they have
hoverboards.
Uber?
Thanks,
It's
y'all.
like
Bye.